First and foremost, I want to extend my sincere condolences to those who have lost their dear ones, and the people of Masaka in particular, and the country in general. That it's unfortunate we are losing innocent lives at the hands of these murderers. And this incident started about now a month, and it started as if it was a normal crime, where people have quarreled over something, or land or something. But we have since come to establish that they are targeting the vulnerable people. Those are the elders, the elderly, the casual laborers, the lame, mad people, children, who don't have the capacity to fight for themselves. So one, we have not established the motive of these killings. Two, from the time we started, they started the killings, we have been able to study the pattern. They started by ambushing people from work to their homes between 7:30 to 10. In the black spots, isolated areas, they hit people on the head, and then they put the body to the bush or to the garden. So when we studied the pattern, we have come to conclude that these are not isolated incidents, but they are organized criminals, and who are systematic. And in the last 2 days, they have even changed the mode. Because they used to ambush people, now they have started confronting people into their homes. The beauty is that from the time these murders started, the population was still naive, was still casual. They would not respond to alarms. They were not caring. But through community engagements, we have met various leaders, local leaders, LC1, LC2, division chairpersons. We have met the Pokino and his team. We have launched the alarm in Uganda called Gwanga Muje, was the Pokino. And all these initiatives have yielded results that the population now is a bit vigilant. As late as yesterday, the last culprit we apprehended, it was the population who got hold of him. They had attacked the chairman of Chingo village. He made an alarm, and the neighbors made an alarm. In record time, the security people had come in, so these fellows had to escape. So, I want to thank the population for the enthusiasm they are putting in, because once the population gets in close touch with the security forces, once they become vigilant and aware, it will take us no time to corner these murderers. Two, the government also has responded positively by increasing the security manpower in terms of human manpower, uniformed and non-uniformed. We have also installed toll-free lines to all the sub-counties that have been affected. We have increased the number of motorized patrols. That's why now our target is that the response to the scene of crime should not take more than 10 minutes. So I have put our act together, and I think we are closing on them. The beauty, and which I want to appeal to Ugandans, is that we have about 38 suspects, but among them, we have some key people who participated in the actual killing. So that gives us hope, and it gives us the courage that sooner or later, everybody will be apprehended. But so far what we are doing is to first put a full stop on the murdering people. Two, to make sure that those who have been participating in killing our people are brought to book. And three is to help the population to remain active and vigilant. That's why yesterday we were able to meet all the leaders from LC1 of Chimanya Kawunera's division. From LC1 up to Parliament, all of them were there. We have directed to start registration of the residents. Every chairperson must register his residence. Two, we have also directed that by law, they are supposed to hold village council security meetings every month, which has not been happening. So we have directed them to reactivate those security meetings starting this week. We have also zoned villages into 10 houses, a set of 10 houses per village, such that these 10 houses can have leadership for purposes of neighborhood watch. Because our conviction is that there is no murderer who does not have where he stays. So every murderer stays in a certain village. So if we did that, it will help us quickly to know who are likely to be these criminals. Three, we are also, we have tasked them to profile their villages in terms of activities. Because almost every village has a black spot where they are taking opium. So we want to identify those black spots in villages where people are taking opium. Because there's some kind of trace where these murders have been taking place, that some people have been dropping these cigars of opium. So I can say that we have not yet completely stopped the murders, but at least the trend is promising. And with the current of reinforcements we have got, these criminals will be wiped away from Masaka. No, by the way, what I have not yet mentioned is that the whole of last week, we had been registering people, those who are willing to join LDU. So the registration stopped tomorrow on Monday. So the whole week I've been registering LDUs who are going to be trained and come and beef up security, because they'll be working with UPDF. So plans are in the way. Now on the issue of patrols, yes, you see, when you see the nature of these villages, even if you have a motorized vehicle, vehicles don't reach in most those knocks. But with a motorcycle, it is easier for a motorcycle to maneuver and reach to where the alarm has been made. Then for the vehicles, for them they pass through the main highway or gazetted ways where vehicles can pass. But inside there, you need to be mobile, and we found that motorcycles are the most appropriate. Now, you see, not until you are on the site, you may not give a clear analysis of what could have happened. But my speculation, because if these policemen came, they knew there was a target, there was no need for them to shoot in the air. But when you interact with them, you come to appreciate that had they not shot in the air, maybe innocent civilians could have also been shot. And these criminals are trying through us to make mistakes, to panic and make mistakes. And that's what we are trying to avoid. Of course, when you're avoiding to make mistakes, the time taken it becomes a bit longer, which is unfortunate. But and when it becomes longer, at times lives are lost, people are injured. But for you to come out successful with these kind of operations, you don't need to panic. You need to do operations which are intelligence-led. So we are doing operative combination of all this: investigate, pursue, arrest, and if possible, defend yourself. So really, but I want to assure the public, from the time we started, the people are dying like 5 a day. Now at least it has dropped to 0 and 1. So the future is promising. And from the intelligence sources, it seems those who are still at large are not many from the intelligence sources. So, you know, we are not even at liberty to explain in detail because we are still in an operation. So you give out, time is going to come when these criminals will be paraded and they tell the world why were they killing people, who could be their sponsors, and what are their motives. But so far, I think we are headed in the right direction. Whoever is coming to Masaka has a role to play. For instance, if the Minister of Internal Affairs is coming tomorrow, for instance, remember the issue we are handling is an internal matter. Therefore, the Minister of Internal Affairs, the Director of Internal Security Organization, specifically this is their role, to be able to assess, are the security forces on the ground doing the needful? Are there gaps? Are there some logistical requirements that are required? What do we need? If, for instance, presidency comes, the president promised the country that once he's elected, he will protect Ugandans with their properties. So, if people are being killed, presidency must be interested. And in that regard, actually, the president has promised to condole with those who have lost their dear ones with 10 million shillings per family. So, these leaders are coming to continue guide the security forces, ourselves, the leaders, to continue guide us on how best we can come out of this situation as victors with the minimum losses.